Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Hut, and hopefully you like this video. We're going to watch the game here on the side. The Mets will, in the 10th inning, 2-2 against the Tigers. They were losing in this game 2-0, and they were able to tie the game up. A couple of things, more importantly, Juan Soto's not in the game right now. He fouled a ball off his ankle, right ankle. A part of his foot that I guess he always has covered. I was probably very sensitive. Hopefully nothing bad, but he was taken out of the game. Did not make his, he got hit in the 5th inning, did not get another at bat. And he was DHing in this game today. But we'll see how this game goes. So, a couple of things. Christian Scott, who he pitched okay. He's not getting into the 5th inning. Finishing 5 innings. It's tough. But the bullpens held them down, held the Tigers down. But the Tigers are bad. We got, let's see, this might be the second out. Pop up the base in foul territory. The second out. It is so easy. It should be easy for you to score a run in extra innings when there's a ghost runner. I don't know why they call him a ghost runner. The guy's alive. But if they got the ghost runner on at the second base, all you got to do is hit the ball to the opposite. Hit the ball to the left, right field. And then get a sacrifice fly. That's obvious thing. So, but in that situation, like Gary always says, you could score multiple runs in a situation like that. Gotta get the ballpark, whatever. But he still can't get over the fact that David Stearns is such a smug SOB. Oh my God! I mean that press conference on Tuesday was outrageous. Just thinking about how smug he was, and he telling the media, "Don't talk to me about." And does his job 2 days from now, or 2 weeks from now. Unbelievable. I would mention the umpiring. Umpiring in this game has been horrendous behind the plate. Valentine did a terrible job. Brett Beatty in this was the 7th inning did not challenge a ball, or the 8th inning, whatever it was. Didn't challenge the ball, pitch to him. And he said he did. And when clearly he didn't. It was the craziest thing. Just insane. But we haven't seen too many bad umpires because the whole thing, the ABS system, has put that smooth. But the umpire is still bad in this game, by the way. Also, Kenley Jansen came in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mets weren't going to hit him. They never hit him. It didn't matter what kind of team the Mets have had during his career. They never hit that guy. It's the weirdest thing. I've never seen them beat him. I've never seen them get a hit off of him. It's just crazy. How they never hit that guy. Never, ever, ever, ever hit him. Ever. Now here's the 3-2 pitch from Raley. Raley's pitching in the 10th inning here against Verlaine. Here's the pitch. People are excited. Foul ball. Foul ball. And of course, please like this video and hit the subscribe button as we go along. Also, I would mention that products here. I'm trying to sell these products. And please check them out between my stuff and brand names. But here's the pitch. Raley's looking in. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. First and second. First and second. First and second. This team's not any good. We got first and second. Wencel Perez. Who? Wencel Perez will be hitting. With 2 men on. And it's obviously 10th inning, like I said. Hopefully Mets can squeeze out of this inning. Like I said earlier, the Mets bullpen has been really good in this game. Foul ball on the first pitch, 0-1. you have any questions or have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. I would mention, do not make up stories. about meeting David Stearns, and David Stearns saying he's going to do things to me. Do not post comments ridiculous like that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Uh-oh. Ewing's got under it. Made the play. 3 outs. Now, I would mention, if the Mets are going to have Ewing and Benge in this lineup, I would put Ewing and Benge 1 and 2 in this lineup. Lefties, righties, just play them and see how it goes. That's what I would do moving forward. Maybe you bat Bichette third, maybe you bat Soto third, but that's what I would do, and I would not take them out for any kind of pinch hitter. They need to learn to hit lefties. No more platoon for either one of them. I know they mentioned that today, or the last couple of days, that is what Mendoza's planning on doing. I would hope that Soto is not hurt too badly, but that's what I would do. I would bat Ewing and Benge back to back. I know they're lefties, but I would do that. They got to play them every day. And now we're getting back into the action. Let's see who the ghost runner is. Whoever made the last out is usually the ghost runner. Let's see who the ghost runner is. Oh, yeah, we just mentioned. Oh, okay, good. So A.J. Ewing is the ghost runner here. That's right. He made the last out in the 9th inning. Struck out looking on Jansen's pitch. They took Jansen out already. So he'll be on second base. Anything hit, he's going to score. Lightning fast runner. You should see if Luis Torrens can move him over and then try to. Oh, then they got Juan Soto on the bench now, walking around standing. Well, that's good. Well, he's standing and he's joking around, so that doesn't look too bad. So who we have? Luis Torrens, Francisco Alvarez is going to be out 2 months. I know the Mets have had a lot of injuries, but they've been a bad team, and part of having a bad team is injuries. He's going to bunt. Fowler off. That's not a bad play, but the part of being a good player is being able to stay healthy, being able to post every day, being able to play every day. And Alvarez has not been able to show that ability to do that. So that's a major problem. That's a major problem. And he's been like that for his career. His next pitch. Ball 1-1. And Torrens is going to get a lot of playing time. They called up Hayden Sanger today. It's great defensively, but can't catch a cold. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. Which is right up David Stearns' alley about run prevention. Swinging away. I don't know if I would have done that. Butcher boy play. If you like that, please hit the like button. I wouldn't have done that. I would just have him bunt again. Now he's got to swing the bat. I'm not a big fan of the bunt. You just got to move the guy over. Just move him over. It's that ball on the ground on the right side. He's not going to be able to throw out Benge. Ewing. I will say this. They mentioned this last night. He certainly does look like Trey Turner. Facially, the way he stands. Boy, oh boy. I need a left-handed hitter unlike Turner, who's a right-handed hitter. He was a 7th-round pick in 2023 by Billy Epler. He's a pitch. Ball 2 in third. And the Mets should just think about bringing back Billy Epler to be the general manager. He didn't do a bad job. I don't know why they let him go. Why they let him walk after that second year. Just hold on to him. Mets lost a big advantage when they lost Billy. Is that, and I said this in other videos, I really believe that they cost themselves a chance to sign his pitch. Struck him out. I think it really cost them a chance to sign Sasaki, Yamamoto, and some of these other kids from Japan, like Okamoto. But how many homers does he have? 8 home runs? 9 home runs? And of course, Murakami leading the world in home runs this year. That is a major thing you need to have. You need to have some kind of connection to Japan, because we're going to have a whole bunch of new guys coming in soon. He's the pitch to Benge. Strike 1. So I wouldn't have a problem with the Mets bringing back Billy. Why not? I don't understand why they wouldn't want him back. I don't understand why they'd let him go. Because that nonsense with the whole thing with the injured list is ridiculous. His 0-1 pitch. His ball on the ground is up the middle. Ewing's going to score easily. The game is over. The Mets have won 3-2. Carson Benge was his first walk-off hit. Hopefully these new kids here, Mets going to get some offense. And he did score a run in the 5th inning to tie the game up, the 7th inning, whatever, to tie the game up. Nice. Very nice, folks. Very nice. Mets got good pitching out of the bullpen. Got decent pitching from the starter, Christian Scott. And they got some more offense from these young guys. And Benge has played much, much better. He's hitting the ball much better. He did misplay a ball in the 1st inning off his glove. I was coming home. I was listening to it. But much, much better play by and you know, one thing about young guys will distract us from the fact that they're 8 games under 500 now. But, you know, you got to take it one game at a time if you want to come back in this race. Let's see what kind of pitch that is. Fastball up. Fastball up. Would mention that Carson Benge had played in a lot of big games for Oklahoma when he was in college, as a pitcher, as a position player. So he's had a lot of experience in big games and a lot of experience late. So the one thing I don't have to, I mean, he's shown himself to be very calm in the situation he's been in. I mean, he's been really struggling. That's great to see. You know, it's good to see. The one good thing about young players is that everything's new to them. I mean, Ewing's in his 2nd game and he scored the winning run, you know. And last night he was the star of last night's game. And now we have another guy who's got a lot of talent. I mean, Benge has got a lot of talent. He really does. And I'm not just saying that. And he's just tapping into it, you know. I mean, we've seen with Nolan McLean how he's gone from a player as a two-way player in college. He was a reliever in college. They're giving him the bath. But, well, like I said, what's great about Benge is that he's just tapping into what he could do. Because he wasn't really a position player per se in college. He was a two-way player, meaning that he split his time on the mound and split his time in the field. And now he's had some time, and he's been doing this for about almost a year. He had a full year last year of being an everyday player. And now this year, you know, you see little glimpses of what he could be. He doesn't overswing, right? I think there's a lot of power in that swing, you know. I saw it in spring training. I see it now. He's got a lot of power there, you know. He's got a lot of power. So that he has to tap into. 25 home runs, maybe 30 home runs. But, you know, he's 22 years old. He's still very young. And he's still very inexperienced as an everyday player. As a regular everyday player. So there's going to be a real learning curve for him in terms of how to be a good outfield. He's got a great arm, as we know. Throws very hard. Has a great arm. And has a lot of potential here, you know. And to be honest with you, so does A.J. Ewing. A.J. Ewing is a kid that was drafted as a shortstop 3 years ago at the 7th round. He really struggled up until last year and then exploded on the scene. And exploded this year. That's why he's here. I'm not happy that they brought him up, but the Mets were desperate. Obviously, Dave Stearns, that smug SOB, was desperate to change the narrative here. And this team desperately needed to change the story here. You know, Mets didn't get a lot of hitting tonight, but they won. See, to me, that's all that matters to me. As long as they win, that's all that matters. 8 games of the 17-25 into 42 games. Yeah. But the reality is that, you know, it's nice to watch young players because then young players doing things for the first time and there's so much potential there. But go back to Ewing. Ewing is going to be one of these players. He should be batting leadoff, like I said. Bat him leadoff, bench second. You can flip-flop Soto and Bichette for now. And that's how I would do, because then you have all the speed at the top of the lineup. Guys that put a lot of pressure on the opposition. We've already seen from Ewing that he takes a lot of pitches. He's not afraid to work a count. Okay, same thing with Benge. They don't like striking out. I mean, I think Benge said spring training he doesn't want to strike out. He doesn't like striking out, which is a real breath of fresh air because we've had to deal with that over the last 20 years of hitters not caring if they struck out. But this is one day at a time. Mets have a very good farm system. And like I said, they don't have a top prospect, an elite prospect, but they have some very good young players. And Benge is one of them, and A.J. Ewing has become one of them. Now, we mentioned about the Mets farm system. They've gotten off to a horrible start. In terms of just their records, it was so bad. I mean, after Sunday's game, the Brooklyn Cyclones were 8-24. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's not good. And that team's really struggling to hit. But in a few months, we'll get some new players in to fuse a lot of energy into the farm system again with the draft. But, all right. Please, of course, before I leave, take a look at the different prizes I have, different hats with my name on it, mugs, shirts, all different variety of products. Also, please become a member of the channel. It's a great way to support your host and support what I try to do. I try to do regular member videos. I have quite a few there over the last 2 weeks. Also, send me a super thanks. It's a great way to support the channel too. It pushes out the algorithm more. And of course, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. I'll see you later.